Hello, Aquarius. This is an electricity ship. This is power to the people. These are the stories of the Anima Mundi, God, Goddess, Creator, Source, Guides. We're all part of creation. I consider you divine. So thank you for coming to my table. And this will be a reading for all Aquarian placements. Sun, Moon, Rising, North, South Node, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, cuspers and the curious, come as you are, my loves. We're here to tell the stories of the universe, and your presence is possible. My presence is possible because of your presence. We're all one. It's a very Aquarian kind of energy to come in here with. I like that. I feel like I'm in tune with you. Yeah, it's this is a timeless reading, but I am recording it in the beginning of 2024. So if you do want to bring some meaning to the new year energy, I hope this brings you a lot of strength and power and inspiration. So again, thank you for being here. Likes, shares, subscribes, comments. It's all free. There are other ways to interact with the channel in the description box below, and I put prayers on my altar for y'all every month when I do my rituals for all past, present, and future interactions with the channel. Yeah, right now I don't do private readings, but that might change. So, subscribe if you want to hear about that going forward. That said, this is a timeless reading, so this will come to you when the algorithm brings it on in, right? All right. What we're using here is the Visionary I Ching cards by Paul O'Brien with art by Joan Larimore. The Spirit of the Animals Oracle by I should put on my glasses for the love of God. Jody Bergama. Nadia Bailey's Deck of Crystals. Very beautiful illustrations by Maya Boyce. And the original Tarot 1909 Waite Smith deck. And David Palladini's Aquarian Tarot with Nat Gersberger's Radiant Wilds Tarot. To clarify, we did have an I Ching card pop out. This actually, the I Ching is the oldest form of divination that I've done. I've been doing it since high school, which was a long ass time ago. I graduated from high school in 1995, so I guess I've been doing this since probably like 1992, and the I Ching, but like typically people use coins, but I use dice because that's another way to create a binary code. But I'm totally digressing here. I've been doing tarot since I was, I guess, about 30. So, and that was, 16 years ago. So, you're learning some stuff about me here today on an electricity ship. Good to have you here. Thank you. So, let's get into it. Aside from me blathering and hemming on and on, it's taken a while for me to get my energy together today, but I'm glad to have you here. This gives me a lot of life. It is my gratitude practice, part of it, so it's always great to be at the table with you. I'd love for you to join me. We're going to bring to mind, heart, soul, body, spirit, whatever kind of gratitude first really rings your bell. And it could be a micro tenderness, it could be a macro tenderness. We're all bringing whatever parts of pieces of tenderness that we have together to create a beautiful space at this table and at this time, and we're building a kingdom of tenderness together. So I'd love for you to breathe with me. Think of something that you are grateful for. I am grateful that I got a little side gig doing practically nothing, and I'm gonna have money to pay some bills. So I'm really excited about that. My moon is in Capricorn. More personal information about me, but my heart feels good when I'm taking TCB. All right. Anyway, whatever it is for you. I also saw videos of bioluminescence today, so that might be something mystical and wonderful for you. But whatever it may be, let's take a deep breath together and bless this space. Thank you for your presence. That's terrific. Okay. It's good to be here with you. Good to be here with you, baby. And for my Aquarian tribe, please. Aquarius. 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 For my Aquarians, please. There it is. Tremendous. And for my Aquarian family, please. For my Aquarian, oh, we got two. Sounds good to me. So, along with the divination cards, that's tremendous. I've got these little pieces of paper out here to represent the 7 chakras. So, these crystal cards kind of ring in with that too, with the colors assigned to them. So, for my Aquarian babies, for my Aquarius babies. Awesome. Please pardon my sniffles. For my Aquarius babies, please. Aquarius babies, please. I'm honestly surprised that nothing popped out when I was doing the fan shuffle thing, but here we are. 7 of Cups, ooh. Temperance, I love Major Arcana, and right in the middle, Knight of Swords, cool. With the 9 of Rods at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, so court cards are especially indicative of actual people who are influencing your life. Knight of Swords. We have, oh my God, Gemini. Could be any air sign. We also have Temperance, which is Libra, but that's more of a divine energy. We've got the 7 and 9s, which are flux energy. For my Aquarian babies, please. My Aquarian babies. Aquarius. We've got, ooh, 10 of Swords. So a 9 and a 10. Knight of Cups. Okay. Excuse me. Pisces. And then 2 of Swords. Okay, yeah. So these two are really going together. Ooh, 10 of Cups. La, la, la. How lovely. Okay, Pisces and Gemini. And of course, this is in a fellow, gosh. Well, okay, so knights also, they're like peers. I feel siblings for some reason. And then with this air and this water together and the Temperance card, you know, Temperance is always talking about blending elements, usually has cups on the cards, blending like fire and water, just like disparate energies, right? This could be aspects of yourself as well. The one who wants to think versus the one who wants to feel. And I see this dichotomy here as well. Just kind of this sort of overstimulation, right? And this could be overstimulation as well. Just leading for you to kind of like take on so many responsibilities for the well-being of the family, your friend group, whoever your family is, if it's a birth family or a chosen family. There's like all of these emotions wrapped up in it, and just wanting to like make it make sense with like how it's going to work logistically and thought wise. Like, you can't really wrap your head around it. But I like this because like you're stepping back from kind of this like carnival of like options and feelings, and you know, maybe even like mystical revelations, which like that can manifest itself as this burden of the Nine of Wands as well, when you've just like taken on so much like spiritual energy and emotional energy that you're just like kind of at your last straw, you know, because you know, this card implies that a fight has happened, a struggle, a defense, and you just got nothing, no defenses left, right? So it means that you've got to think about things in a new way, which is a wonderful thing to see this card. Again, I love seeing the Two of Swords here because you know, the card has light and dark aspects to it, but this feels like you really are stepping back to like keep your mind open and like consider things more than what you just see on the surface. There's this water behind her, which indicates too that she's willing to get into her emotions in a pure way. The white horse, like the knight is like coming toward her to give her this energy. So knights also can be the deliverers of messages, you know. This may be the cup to add to the 7 to make it an 8 so that you can move on to more fulfillment emotionally. But thinking your way through it has come to an end in the way that you've thought of it before. There has to be other elements that are integrated into your thoughts. I mean, you have all the suits here except for Earth. Let's see what this lack of Earth is about. Let's talk about these two tens, actually, first of all. Tell me about these tens, please. Ah, Emperor. Okay. So that's Aries energy. This could actually be like a boss in your life, or somebody who has authority over you. Or it could be your own master authority in the world, and it seems like you are in charge of a lot, right? You do seem to be kind of the scion of a group, a family group. I'm wondering again about the sibling energy, if there's like some sibling rivalry, if you're kind of the one that's more put together than the other one, or if, you know, that those roles could be reversed. But, you know, there is kind of this, and I feel like this is sort of like an ethical or methodology that exists within this group, that this is the way that it's done. But the way that it's done has kind of come to a conclusion, and now has to be thought of in a different way, in a more integrated way, a way that has some more cohesive integration of all of the elements, you know. And it seems like maybe there needs to be some more practical earthbound energy in here, you know. But you're thinking about it with your heart. You know, you're looking for something that's like true to heart, that's going to be really meaningful, because you just work too hard for what you have, or that's like what it feels like, because you're just, this is kind of like burnout. This character also does the mudra of there is more than what you see. So it's kind of like this dying message is like, oh, there's more to this world than what you see, as opposed to what you see is what you get. So this going within to see what's truly inside of the heart is going to clear up this kind of confusing energy and allow you to kind of rest. Also, I think probably delegating some stuff to another person is going to be really helpful. Whether you're the person who needs to take on more responsibility within this group, dynamic within this community, within this organization that deals with a lot of maybe intellectual property, as well as emotional property. I used to work in a nightclub, right? And like, I've worked in many nightclubs, but we had a staff meeting where there a lot of emotions were kicked up, and it was really kind of tense. And I said at the meeting, I was like, "Hey, listen, our product is an emotional, sensual experience, like, and so we need to be mindful that that's affecting us emotionally as the people who work here, like, so." If you're like in an arts or like therapy or kind of industry, or if that's kind of the atmosphere that we're talking about here, where there's a lot of emotional wealth, and also I see like intellectual wealth. Like at a club, you could say, hey, the band needs to get paid for their intellectual property. They wrote these songs, and like they need to get paid, for every play on Spotify or whatever, but it could be anything. It could be patents, but there just has to be a different, like the system that you've been using to track this stuff is no longer working. It's just like probably causing like a lot of busy work and diligence and monitoring, and it's just like getting really confusing. I feel like a new system kind of has to come in that's like more efficient and that integrates more of the aspects of what's going on. Like maybe people have just been focusing on the emotional wealth or just on the intellectual wealth, and leaving people with like brilliant ideas kind of just standing on their own, holding the bag and getting a migraine. You've got all these ideas for like how it works, but it's so charged with emotion. This Knight of Swords could be really helpful because see, we've got cups, swords, swords. So there's more than one person who's invested in making this work. You've got an idea person like a creative and what do they call that? Like somebody who like the big picture person and the logistics person, right? And those energies need to come together to make this project happen. If this is like in a family, like how a family like operates and works, you do have the team members, right? Or if it's in a partnership of two peers, whether it be business or love, like this feels like an outdated energy. Like something needs to shift. Like if it's something practical, like, and so we've got the Two of Rods. So there's these twos, like people are trying to like come up with ideas. Look forward, look ahead. Like there's a lot of hope for improvement and making it happen. But I think this Emperor energy might be kind of out of date. Let's see. Let's get one more card on this Emperor, please. Yeah, Six of Wands. So it's got to move on. And let's get let's hear more about the relationship between these two folks, the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Cups. Their communication is happening. That's awesome. Hashing it out because somebody's taken on too much of a load, and is just getting like overstimulated. Tell me about the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Cups, please. Four of Swords. Okay, yeah. Don't go to bed angry kind of thing. Or maybe, go to bed but not angry. Like, just have faith that it'll work out tomorrow, Because you've already been through the anxiety of the Nine of Swords, right? If you're here. Like, there's no more worrying about it. Like, just relax, meditate, get into this kind of energy. I like recommending like a meditation for this, or just like clicking off the brain, de-stimulating, maybe some kind of sensory deprivation exercises to kind of get to these two energies where you can look forward fresh from this kind of like, you know, the end of the end. You want to move on from this old system. Let's see what these folks have to say to us. We've got Topaz. Oh, God, these paintings are just gorgeous. I can't believe these watercolors are just so unbelievable. Calming and creativity. Yeah, so that's what we have here, right? I think this creative energy is going to come in with a little relaxation. If you do like any kind of retreats or you have a spa day together, or you can just like chill out. I think probably, you know, in those like shower revelations, you know, just, or whatever, you know, not even a shower, but like, you know, maybe you go for a hike and you're standing on top of a mountain and like, you can't hear each other talking because the wind is blowing so hard in your ears that all you can do is just like sit there and relax, you know, or maybe you go by the sea and just, you know, listen to the waves. Like a kind of brain click off will reinvigorate this creative energy, because like you've got this like fiery emperor, but this like Nine of Rods is, you know, just it's come to the end of this cycle and a new one is coming in. Like y'all are still have a lot of ideas, but like how to make it really get into flow state with this Temperance card. And you know, Temperance is also like an angelic card. So, you know, Spirit is delivering a message to you that it's going to give you exactly what you need to go forward, but you do have to stop and listen. Especially lucky when worn on a Sunday. So that's, and then, you know, we really have like sacral chakra energy here with this orange color. So that's, you know, creative energy, moving into, you know, it's this nice bridge between like the root chakra, safety, core, like secure energy, and then into this creative, sexual, sensual, birthing. And when I say sexual, it's like, you know, I mean, maybe, you know, you need to like, you know, switch things up from what you've been doing if this is a sexual relationship. But like sexual energy can be used for, you know, non-sexual activities, you know, like creating a new project or a new way of being in the world, because we come into this world via sexual energy. And so like we have to get back in touch with it through like getting peace, you know, in the bottom of your stomach, to then like bring back into the world the inspiration that you receive from integrating all of the elements within your person. And the Temperance angel is going to bring that to you as soon as you stop to listen, and not with your ears, not with your eyes, with your deep being. Yeah, Hawk, messenger. Spirit sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs. Focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. So Hawk is like so wonderful. And the thing is that the Hawk, like, they get overstimulated when they're on the ground because their vision is so good. I mean, they can see like a mouse or a pigeon from a mile in the air. You know, like if they're seeing a bunch of movement around them, you know, like falconers have to put like a hood on them to keep them from getting too nervous. So you're going to want to take this like broad view. But I feel like this one is going to be a pair. I feel like this one is associated with this. And then, but you know, there's also the thing about Hawk as well, is like that incredible precision. As soon as they dive, they like hit their mark and they go like 275 miles an hour. At least a peregrine falcon does. I mean, they're amazing. Look it up. It's true. Yeah, okay. Bear. Power, right? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this is a power stance, right? A bear doesn't need to back down. A bear can like, and you know, you see these videos or photographs of bears just like gazing over a landscape. Like they're really like soulful creatures. And I went to a talk with a woman who's Eastern Cherokee, and they they think of the bear same way a lot of African cultures think of the lion, is that it is the ancestor. It is like the ancestor of humans, and that we embody the spirit of the bear. They're omnivores. They, you know, can swim, go on land. They eat, you know, meat and plants. And the hibernation thing comes to mind as well. It says, I am indestructible. Hold on a second. I honor my intuition and go where it leads. Love and gentleness are my real strength. I never give up. I will succeed. I'm just laughing because I've been having a lot of trouble with my car, which I love my car. I love my car, but it's so old. It has so many miles on it. And it's hard. It's really hard to find a manual transmission, right? So it's like the bear. It's, you know, you can drive on snow, and, you know, like a manual transmission is just like so adaptable to its environment, like a bear. And then I heard this car expert tell me that I've got like this classic motor that's indestructible. And then I could probably go another 100,000 miles on my engine. I was like, oh, thank God. Because I don't want to get rid of my car. I love it. Maybe that's, I don't know. The indestructible thing made me laugh, but I honor my intuition and go where it leads. And, you know, hawk, messenger, temperance, you know, the angel, flying up to the heights, you know, this was the earth energy that I wanted to see as well, along with this. That's terrific. Love and gentleness are my real strength. Yeah. Maybe, you know, maybe this goes more with this one, and this is, I feel like this is kind of where, I feel like this is how these people are shaken out, you know. This is for both of you. I think is that right? I mean, you're both invested emotionally. Anyway, I mean, extrapolate from that what you want. We have difficulty at the beginning, so don't be discouraged if you're starting a new cycle here and like things don't like chuck in initially, you know, because like this is the third hexagram, so it comes after heaven and then earth, and then the integration of heaven and earth. It's like tough. This is like a birth, you know. Babies cry when they come out. They're cold, they can't see anything, they're wet, they're like completely vulnerable. They got to figure out absolutely everything in the entire world and depend on completely on their caregivers to survive. I think you got each other. I think that you can depend on each other. And I think that you're going to kind of be a new baby together with this integrated energy. Yeah, and following. So that's cool too, because this is like, sometimes it's called the youngest daughter, lake above thunder. So the image in a lot of the translations talks about the daughter following in her father's footprints directly as he goes along the trail, and she's just walking in his footprints. So like, because she's little and she doesn't know the way, and he's big and he does, you know, and she's trying to figure out how to be a grown-up. And I think that this is something that these are roles that you, if this is about you and another person, that you two can both like switch roles to help one another as you develop into this new life, because it really does feel like a rebirth, you know. It's like the end of these cycles and just like the end of being constrained by how it used to be, and getting really freed up, but with the experience that you've gone through in the past to like create this new thing that's not going to be as stressful. Just like a really inspired new creative idea that's worth growing pains and not being perfect in the beginning, because you have an angel watching over you and bringing you messages with these knights and this hawk. Stability, it's terrific. All right. I love you, Aquarius. It's been an honor to read for you. If you haven't hit the like button yet, I would love it if you did that. And all the other things that I mentioned in the beginning, etc. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. This is good. Let me know how this turns out. Because this is exciting. Like, this is like something maybe you've never seen before, but that rings true with everything you have seen before. And you've got like, you have either the person or the divine messages that are here to like make it happen, even through any bumps in the road. You got it. All right. I love you, Aquarius. Thank you so much. This is an electricity ship. This is power to the people. I wish you peace.